Greetings and salutations, what's goody folk? Welcome back to your soul-driven, soul-intended YouTube channel and video where I am your host, coach, and creator of all things soul-driven, soul-intended. I'm your intuitive reader and spiritual advocate, Bryson. It is, let me fact check this date. It is currently Monday, May 12th, 2025. Okay, it is 9:30 Central Standard Time, 10:30 Eastern Time. And of course, we're back at it with another general timeless intuitive reading for my soul tribe, Divine Divinity, and whoever else resonates with any of these messages at any time that you come across them. 111 on the clock timer, so you could definitely be resonating with your God energy, or you need to be consciously co-creating with source energy, the divine, the universe, God, the Holy Spirit of the Most High. Whatever name you choose to identify, that's your business, but it's all the same energy is what I'm saying, okay? So you always want to go within and fact check with the divine regarding any resonating messages or energies to make sure that it is appropriately for you, okay? We don't want to take on things that's not currently meant for us, okay? So we definitely want to be mindful of that, fem masculine. Okay, so there's a couple of things that I want to address or just kind of talk about before I get into the messages and the reading, you know, and it's quite hilarious to me, and it's quite funny, and ironic though, you know. For me personally, I'll speak for myself. You know, I have, moments to where I want to let loose and have fun. And y'all know this about me. I'm very transparent about who I am and authentic. Although that doesn't mean that I'm always telling my business, but I have nothing to hide because I put it out there first and foremost before anybody calls themselves exposing me. So, I had a little... I wanted to, have a little fun and freak a little bit. But it trips me out that when people who are on their path to divinity, and I've said this many times, that just because you're on your healing path or on your path to divinity, walking in alignment and enlightenment with the Holy Spirit of the Most High, does not automatically mean or call you into celibacy. Okay, for some, yes, that would be appropriate. Others, you may need to just really abstain a little bit. Okay, be kind of picky and choosy with who you choose to share your sexual energy with. Okay, and others of you, you know how to balance your sexual energy, indulging but not overindulging, things of that nature, okay? But it's so funny to me that when we as spiritual beings who are on our path, we get judged for our freak nature. Or I do. 420 on the clock timer, so a Taurus is significant, or marijuana is significant, okay? But or the number 6, finding and maintaining balance, 6th house energy, 434 on the clock timer. So we're definitely dealing with discipline, balancing out your work time with your fitness, nutrition, and your playtime. Okay, and a lot of communication is being made about this, okay? Because there are a lot of people who are focusing in too much on what we got going on, fem masculine, as opposed to the wrecks that their lives are in, okay? And all of our lives have been in a wreck at one point in time or another. The difference between us, my soul tribe, and those who resonate with me is that we take accountability, we're conscious of our intentions, our actions, and how they affect other people. And we work to be better than we were earlier, whatever earlier means for you. Okay. On the other end of the spectrum, we got people projecting their own inadequacies onto us, and that's fine and dandy because it's a them issue, not an us issue. But see, the thing that kind of makes it an us issue with them is when they get all up in our business, all in our energy, trying to wreak havoc in our lives and rain down tyranny. 555 on the clock timer. So upcoming changes for our highest good and expansion. Fifth house energy, Leo and the sun. You're very communicative, okay? And you're very creative with the way that you communicate, okay? And you're very successful, regardless, confirmation, thank you, Holy Spirit, regardless of what success looks like for you at this time, okay? It could be minuscule, okay, seemingly to other people, but every tiny step adds up to major leaps and bounds, okay? So we're talking about quantum leaps, quantum energy, okay? Traversing time and space timelines, okay? Going from the third dimension to the fifth dimension, and for some, the seventh dimension, okay? Which is oneness, okay? Operating in all of your energies within, you're one with self, light, shadow, masculine, feminine, okay? And there's no one specific mode that you're always constantly in. You get to weave in and out of energies. 7-Eleven was on the clock timer, so somebody is viewing you as an energetical, spiritual storehouse or convenience store. Okay, they want to come in all willy-nilly anytime that they want to and make a withdrawal, okay, from your convenience, okay, to better benefit them, okay? So we got a lot of that energy going on, okay? And just a lot of people watching us, but for the wrong reasons and twisting things and, all of this type of stuff. Now, the get you gotcha with that is when we're on assignment by the Most High and we're called to be in certain environments or whatever the case may be, and they start planning, plotting, and scheming against us, which is why we're on assignment, because if they weren't doing that, then we wouldn't have been assigned certain cases, if you will, by the divine. Okay, a lot of us are or resonate with being walking karma. Oftentimes we are the last warning after a plethora that the divine, their guides, their angels, their ancestors have been giving them over a stretch of time. In and out of time and space. This can even go back to past life energy. Okay, but we're dealing specifically more so with the now, the present. Okay, and so when we come in two-stepping, to the bang, to the boogie of our beat, still we're aware consciously that we're on assignment. But at the same time, our assignment is enlightenment and alignment. 911 on the clock timer. There's an emergency, or the judicial system is involved, which brings me to my next point. So I had to take care of a lot of business today, in and out. And as I'm outside, okay, I noticed that with the area that I was, handling business in, I go to the Wi-Fi connections and I'm seeing FBI surveillance. And that just tickled me pink because, and pink could be someone's favorite color, hot pink, okay, or the artist pink could be significant. There you go, looking pitiful, just because I let you go, okay, early pink. Okay. And it just tickled me because it often comes up in my content, in my readings, that they're being watched. 10:16 on the clock timer. October 16th. Libra is very significant. Yinka. Okay. Somebody could be Haitian, Jamaican, or otherwise an islander from the islands or have descent from the islands. Okay. Or something like that. Okay. Hawaii could be significant. Okay. But I've been saying this that, they've been watched. 10:44 on the clock timer, 1:44 chosen one energy. Shout out to my fellow chosen ones, earth angels, light workers, healers, shamans, alchemists, starseeds, whatever you resonate with. Okay. And I've often said, they're being watched. There's a case being built against these karmic individuals. Okay. Regardless if they believe it or not. Okay, you don't have to believe in something in order for it to be true. 11:11 on the clock timer. So the people in this energy, in this frequency on the divine side, you're more than likely mastering or have mastered your intuition, master number 11. Okay, using your intuition while you're on assignment. Okay, so this could be like a psychic investigator, woo-woo, or whatever you resonate with. 11th house energy, so we're dealing with Aquarius and Saturn, teams, groups, friends, and colleagues. 11:44 on the clock timer, again, heavy chosen one energy, divine energy. Okay, so they're being watched. Okay, as they're doing all of these dastardly criminal things against us, very obsessive, stalking, gang stalking, hacking into our devices. Okay, trying to set us up for the okie doke, planning, plotting, and scheming, and these groups and these teams, secret societies, covens of witch bitches, or just a group of idiots, okay, that want to have it their way without doing the work. Okay, they're doing all of this shit thinking that they're not being seen. 12:24 on the clock timer, so December 24th is significant. What is that? Christmas Eve? What is that? Capricorn? I believe. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the clock timer, consecutive steps moving forward in the right direction. Okay, so they think, because one, they're not as stealthy as they think that they are. They're not as smart as they believe that they are. Dumber, and dumbest, stupider, stupidest, and stupidest. Okay, it's just ridiculous. Okay, and then they go into these reigns of tyranny. Okay, sending people after us after they've already seen the evidence of what it is and what it isn't. So they send in these idiots as pawns and not giving them full disclosure. Hey, well, we done been there, did that, tried that. Okay, and the ones before us been there, did that, tried that. It didn't work. I kind of had the same outcome that we expect that you're gonna have, but you're kind of the pawn, They're willing to sacrifice their comrades. 13:33 on the clock timer, 333 spirit is resonating. 13 is a number of endings. You're putting something to rest, to end. I'm getting 13 ghosts, 13 zodiacs, and then 33 is an ascended master energy. Master number 33, a master teacher teaching a master lesson. Now, whether they learn the lesson and apply it, that's up to them. Okay, that's truly a them issue and not an us issue. Okay, and that's part of the assignment. Okay, so, it's just funny because they think they're flying under the radar, but the radar is right on them, okay, as they're on us. 14:14 on the clock time, 5 and 5, upcoming changes, 10th house energy. So we're dealing with Capricorn and Saturn, karma versus the devil, professional past, social standing, and public persona, how people view you, how people view the work that you do. So this is mixed in with this 11th house energy, groups, teams, and colleagues. Okay, you got people planning, plotting, and scheming against you, but then you have people who want to collaborate with you, true blue. Okay, because they're seeing the evidence of your work, your labor. Okay, you have people bamboozled in awe. You got people scared of you. You got people that don't know what to fucking think about you, okay? But all eyes are on us right now, whether we like it or not. I particularly don't like it. Okay, because I like to mind my business, and this is part of the burden that comes with being on assignment, resonating with a chosen one, a divine being, masculine or feminine, whatever it is that you resonate with. This is the burden that comes with being on our path to divinity, is taking the ridicule, the judgments, the constant attacks, okay? But I would rather carry that burden than carry burdens of being unhealed, okay? And living in trauma, and day in, day out, and just being hateful, spiteful, petty for no reason, okay? So that was just so funny to me, you know. You could be really tapping into, when I'm talking about your intuition, you could really be tapping into your clear senses, clear audience, clear sentient, clear cognizant, clear gustance, clairvoyance, okay? All of the senses that we have physically, we also have intuitively, psychically. You know, if you will, hearing in the spirit, 1616 on the clock. There's something significant about a set of twins, fraternal or identical, particularly females, and their sweet 16. The number 77 could be significant. 1977, the numbers 14 and 5 could be significant. Okay. But where was I going with that Holy Spirit? Identical twins, 16, something about sweet 16, 1977, 14 and 5, okay? North Carolina is definitely significant. Charlotte, that highway, Route 77, okay, is very significant. Which brings me to wildfires, okay? There's some wildfires going on. Something is being set ablaze, okay? Blaze, you could be a trailblazer, blazing the trail for others, okay, walking in your authenticity and transparency. And that doesn't mean perfection, okay? I don't ever want to be perfect. I believe that there is beauty in my imperfections, okay? You know, I like being the complicated person that I am, yet chill, cool, calm, and relaxed, okay? You know what I'm saying? Live and let live, love and let love. But just don't come for me, okay? And that's the thing that be getting me. These people come for us. They be digging all up in our energy, which is why we can pick up and hone in on their shit. If you would just leave us alone, okay? Let me freak in peace, okay? Or let me just mind my business in peace and move in and about. Because I got other assignments, okay? There are other things that I'm working on. But when the divine puts me in a situation or an environment, I'm going to do it, okay? Because I don't want no spiritual ass whooping. Been there, done that. I've learned my lesson, okay? There's a plethora of people who have not 1818 on a clock timer. 99 is significant. 18 and 9, ninth house energy. Sagittarius, Jupiter. Long distance travel, higher education, broadening your horizons, seeking and soaking up divine knowledge and wisdom, okay? So again, the name Aiden could be significant. Braden, okay, Aiden, okay. So there's like a den, a cove, a cave, or something that is specially housed for artificial intelligence, okay. Manipulating the details, manipulating content, images through technology. Okay, and I've said this on content before, but it's becoming ever so evident. Okay, revenge porn. Okay, people illegally recording you visually and audio. I am so sick and tired. Yet I'm somewhat kind of intrigued by it, and that in no shape, form, or fashion excuses or provides retrospective permission for people to record me without my knowledge and without my expressed permission. Seeing my images on Twitter X. Okay, I know how I freak when I freak. I know how I moan. I know myself visually. Ain't no manner of AI can cast an illusion over myself. Okay, not as I'm an intuitive badass. I say it humbly. I see through the bullshit. And they just posting it all willy-nilly, thinking that nobody's ever gonna find out. Bitch, you're not smarter than the government. You're not smarter than God. You're not smarter than intuition. Okay? Because if they were, something very significant between 2020 and now, up until 2029. So 2020, this is, I am Barbara Walters, and this is 2020. So, baby, you're going to have an international platform. People are going to want to interview us, want to know our story, documentaries, talk shows, traveling internationally. It's that long distance travel type thing. You're about to blow the fuck up in some shape, form, or fashion, but it's for your highest good and expansion. Our time has come, and the time is now. We've planted so many divine seeds, and certain seeds take a while to harvest. But oh, baby, when they do, the bloom is so magnificent. The produce, the fruits of the labor is undeniable. Okay? And in that energy, I can see, because I look at things from a higher perspective, no pun intended, seeing the broader picture, I can understand why that would trigger other people. Okay, I can get it, but that should at least trigger you in the right way and say, hey, I need to get on my shit. I need to do the work. You see them? You see where they came from? What they're doing? They never gave up. But no, they're on the low vibrational end of that spectrum, and hey, we're gonna target them. We need to steal, kill, and destroy them because they make us feel inadequate for whatever reason, and that's their issue. Okay, but again, it makes it an us issue when they come for us. Okay, so investments are very significant. I know for me, and I'm going to be very meticulous and mindful of how I say this. I invested in something years ago, and for years it did not seem to take off, pun intended. And I'm reading in the news and shit that something has investments coming in. And I'm like, ironically, how I can't access the information from my investments. But it's all good and dandy because, like I said, they're being watched. Not only by the FBI, but secret services. They got their little secret societies. The judicial got their secret services. Which I feel like Fit Masculine, you're about to become part of because they're going to put together a team of people that got the legal part down pat, everything in the judicial system, all of the things that come with that, and then they have us like the psychic investigators and things like that. Somebody asked me if I was a cop. No, bitch, I'm not. Okay, but I do stand for justice and truth. Okay, I live in mine. Okay, the number 35 could be significant. Somebody could be trying to play you for like boo the food. They think you're stupid. Somebody trying to argue you down. Okay, and try to make it seem like that you're being difficult when you're only being rational and willing to compromise, but don't nobody want to do that. Okay, they want it their way or it's the highway. And if it's the highway, then they're going to come for us. Okay, you best be ready is all I'm saying. China and Japan is very significant. Okay, mic check. Check mic. Okay, so you might have to check your mics on your devices. Something may not be working correctly. Somebody could be trying to tap into your shit. Okay, and somebody needs to check Mike. Michael, Mickey, whoever the fuck. Mike needs to be checked, and it's more than one Mike. Okay, MICKEY. MOUSC, Mickey Mouse. Ooh, so somebody has shell programs or like little digital mice that wreak havoc on your devices in a form of, you know what I'm saying, like hacking and things like that. Okay. But see, like this is what I'm saying. They're not as smart as they think that they are. Because if I can go into my devices for the umpteenth time, because I'm quite tired of having to do this, but find shit on my devices that is not supposed to be there. Okay, and it's like, okay, well, you know, I do what I can. It's a daunting task, but then it's like, okay, if I can find it, and I have no, and I can work around certain things, and I have no technical training like that, no hardcore technical training like that. What do you think that? Oh my God, idiots. Okay, oh my God. Mm-mm-mm. So you know, they want to come for us. You should just leave bitches alone, and we will leave you sweet bitches alone. Okay? Because I don't come for nobody, but I will defend myself. Okay? I'm not, I'm chill, laid back, cool, I'm a sweetheart, but I'm not pussy. I'm not a bitch. Okay? I just handle things differently. And so do you, femme masculine, if you're resonating with this energy. So, yeah, you got people mesmerized. I don't know. I said that earlier. Was this light? Okay. Mesmerized. Okay. As I cut the deck of my initial channel messages. Yeah. Something about your natal chart, your birth chart, what was written in the stars for you. It had to be your time. It's your time to masculine. Your time to shine. Illusions. It's your time to break these illusions once and for all. Okay, people love that fourth house energy, Cancer and the moon. Okay, they're being very abusive. Okay, physically, mentally. Yeah, because we're dealing with narcissists and they little idiotic flying monkeys. Do as you're told and don't ask no questions. But see, paranormal activity 27 on the clock timer. 1999 is very significant. Again, a set of twins. Identical or fraternal at the age of 27. Then you got Jupiter. Okay, this is the planet of power. So, not power, but good luck. Okay, and we just had this full moon. Okay, you're manifesting something under this full moon energy or exposing something, manifesting truths. Take your spiritual baths and showers. Okay. There's a whole lot of people that's going down for the bullshit that they've been doing. Something about Friday the 13th. Okay. Lust, but you won't bust. Okay. If you're primarily acting out of lust, okay, because you could have your freak time, but you could also have boundaries and standards, okay? But if you're settling, okay, you ain't gonna enjoy the carnal moment, if you will. There's a robbery in progress. Somebody's trying to steal from you, but you're an unstoppable spiritual juggernaut who has access to unlimited funds. Somebody could have been calling you a broke bitch, a broke nigga. Okay. And that was the running joke on Twitter X. One of the broke boy shit with the ones with the AI images. And I'm just looking like, okay. And I was watching the Draconic Priestess, her reading before this, and she was saying, she mentioned that very phrase. Oh, they out here saying that you a broke bitch. But you ain't broke. These are the antagonists. Okay? They want you to lose. But you win big. They don't believe that no weapon formed against us will not prosper. So they believe that all these weapons that they're forming against us, they're going to win. Baby, if they were going to win, it would have had be a long time ago. In this lifetime. It would have been that happy. Now, some people want to celebrate. Or people want to come out from the woodworks. Hey, I always knew you had something special about you. Yeah, that may be true. You knew our worth, but you didn't see our value until now, until everybody else caught on to it. But they have ill intentions. Robbery in progress. Final destination. Okay, so I'm getting that this last attempt, whatever they're doing, is their last attempt. It's something about storage, a physical storage or storage on the devices. Somebody's hacking into your system, our systems. Their opinions don't matter. Stay focused. Somebody's trying to get us off our game, but we're like heavy Sagittarius energy, a sage, very wise. We can stay focused in the midst of chaos. We hit our targets on its mark when we're assigned. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Okay? Just stay the fuck out of our energy, and then we won't have to peek into yours. The fuck? It's like, what the fuck? Who birthed y'all? Who raised y'all? What egg did you hatch from? Reptilian. I'm getting reptilian vibes, okay? Reptile, they can't warm their own body, okay? They got to sit out in the sun to warm up or go sit in the shade to cool off. They can't regulate their own body temperature. Somebody is anemia. Let's see what this forecasting of weather is. Spiritual weather. I just saw 31 on the clock timer. These twins, baby, I'm trying to tell you. 552. Upcoming changes for your highest good and expansion. Because of some sort of completion. 5th house energy, Leo and the sun. 10th house energy, Capricorn and Saturn. Then we have 2 on the final dice. Reconciliation energy, reconciling differences. Okay? You don't have to agree with everybody's notion or ideas, but we don't have to try to destroy each other either. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to do that. We can agree to disagree, live and let live, love and let love. But see, they don't want to do that. They want to rape and pillage and take everything. And it's not like they know what to do with our energy because they haven't even mastered their own energy. So why are you all up in our shit is what I'm saying. You can't handle your own energy, so what makes you think you can handle ours? 32 on the clock timer. It's something about these twins, okay? Angel number, spirit number 552. Angel number, spirit number 552 is a message to have faith and trust in yourself and the decisions and choices you have made in regard to current life changes. Trust that they will bring auspicious circumstances and new opportunities to enhance and enrich your life. These changes will also bring you in alignment with your soul mission. Angel number, spirit number 552 indicates that the changes occurring will bring about improvements and positive opportunities that will benefit your life on all levels. It is important to keep up the momentum and stay positive about current situations as they are set to improve and something wonderful is unfolding for you. Angel number, spirit number 552 suggests that it is time to let go of the old that is no longer positively serving you and get ready for wonderful changes to take place in your life. Release old doubts, fears, and perceived obstacles and look forward to wonderful new opportunities. The lesson of angel number 552 is to go with the flow of the changes in your life. The overall number and energy is 3. Finding and maintaining clarity where there once was or still is conflict, confusion, chaos, and mess brought on by outside third-party energies, these bobble-headed, raggedy-ass bitches, these hoes and crows. Chickens clucking to get plucked. And I like to get plucked every now and then, but I don't run around with a bunch of chickens. Okay, I'm an eagle. And so are you, femme masculine. That's not a judgment. But people gonna take it that way. Hit dog will holler. So let's go ahead and get into this cartomancy. Okay, so this is 3rd house energy. Gemini and Mercury. It has something to do with lovers. Somebody's trying to taint your image, okay, to make you undesirable to your counterpart. A lot of gossip. Gemini and Mercury. This could be a Gemini doing a lot of talking, a lot of bullshit. Okay, whatever. You've mastered yourself, though. We're in cartomancy right now. Okay? You've mastered yourself. And continue to master yourself. It's an ongoing journey. We don't know everything. We're constantly learning. We're the student who became the teacher who is still a student. Gosh. What else, Holy Spirit? Somebody is miserable. They will not get the desires of their heart. Ten of Cups in the reverse, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Something about a Joker energy. So this could be Joker from Batman, DC Comics. Okay, somebody's a Joker. Poker could be significant. Somebody's a gambler. Or they like to take uncalculated risks. Oh, Nine of Swords in the upright, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Somebody about to be put in the dirt. That's a wrap. That's the end. Somebody didn't learn the lesson. From the 10, from Master to the 10 to the 9. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. So something about a cyclone, a typhoon, or something like that. This is all because you love yourself unconditionally. Ace of Cups in the reverse. You know your worth. You know your value. Okay. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You go within. You love yourself first and foremost. However you choose to love on yourself. Oh, people have a problem with that because they don't know how to do it. This is why they're playing in moon magic. Moon in the reverse. Crescent moon in the reverse. Okay, we're still under the full moon energy. Although it's waning, but you know, full moon energy is very potent for exposing and manifesting. What else, Holy Spirit? Okay. Somebody's sick. Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus energy. So somebody could have been doing death magic against you, which is why they're about to be put in the dirt. Others are going to be put in the dirt rapidly, abruptly, but others going to have a long, slow death. Okay? Playing up in this spell work, a Queen of Wands in the reverse. That's a witch bitch. A Shadow High Priestess, male and female, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Playing up in the spell work. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean, although this is the primary energy, that they sit around, you know, writing spells, lighting candles, doing elemental magic, practicing Coventry and shit like that. That's the primary energy. But you could also have a group of raggedy ass bitches sitting around gossiping, talking shit about you. That's energy. That's energy. And when people gather around and that type of energy focused on you, that's spell work. They're trying to cause envy. This could be your father, King of Cups in the reverse, or a father figure, or a mother in masculine energy, karmic masculine energy, King of Cups in the reverse. They can't take care of themselves. They never provided for you. They didn't give a damn about you. He or she, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. That's why they're miserable. They're narcissists. Page of Swords in the reverse. Yeah. One of your parental figures is about to be put in the dirt. They're financially irresponsible. They stole your shit and didn't know what to do with it. They didn't know how to appropriate it. Now they're trying to steal what you're manifesting now. Trying to hack into your accounts. Trying to scam you. You know, an empress. This is what who they're doing this to. They're trying to scam an empress, male or female. This is feminine energy that embodies all queens of the day. Male or female. You reign supreme. And they're about to be in deep sorrow and regret. 88 is significant. 1988. 16. 7. 7th house energy, Libra and Venus, how we relate to and choose relationships and partnerships. Queen of Swords in the reverse, Black Widow, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. So, for some of you, I feel like all of these bitches are narcissists. The King of Cups in the reverse, the Queen of Swords in the reverse, and the Queen of Wands in the reverse. Male or female, you got one bitch practicing throwing spell work at you. One trying to seduce you and lure you into some sort of soul tie, some sort of energetical contract so that they can steal your purpose and design, destiny swap, and then kill you, unalive you. There's somebody, masculine energy, male and female, just don't give a damn about you. Okay? They stand sitting back, watching, egging these hoes on. Yeah, get that bitch. Okay. No, sir. Sir, ma'am, sir. Y'all about to get got. Okay? Plain and simple. And you don't have to believe it in order for it to be true. But the truth is the truth, and it will always be the truth. We're secure. Four cups in the upright, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I feel like the divine is slapping you high five. And yeah, they feel entitled to. They feel entitled to everything that we have worked our asses off for. So they just want to come in and just take, and leave us with nothing. Destitute. Those days are over, bitch. They're over. Let's see what this focus energy is in tarot. Ooh, as I cut the deck. 8 of Swords to the 3 of Swords in the upright. That's prison and heartbreak. Ooh, somebody going to prison. I feel like at least eight bitches are going to prison. You could be seeing 8. That's an infinite energy. Strength, tenacity, healing, prosperity, and abundance. 8th house energy, Scorpio and Mars. Wow. Loss and death. Both in the metaphysical and physical transformation. Scorpio energy. Heavy Scorpio energy. Something about a scorpion. And that's something about this energy that we're in now. A rebirth. A cosmic rebirth. Quantum leaping. Yeah, this is your mother. Empress in the reverse. Male, female. Okay. Or, your father is kind of effeminate. Okay. But this is somebody that can't burst. A spiritual, energetical, mental, emotional hysterectomy. But see, this Empress in the reverse, they're focusing in on this King of Cups in the upright. This bitch's throne has been overturned. Okay, this bitch is upside down and he or she is still trying to sit in this throne, bitch. What? I don't know. Do they got crazy glue stuck on their ass? Gorilla glue or something? Because they holding on for dear life. And they done taken, what is it? Yeah, they done taken at least 5 lives. This is a murderess. Stabbing. Okay, or their betrayal was like a knife through your heart, your back. Paddle. Okay, so this Empress was abusive. Spare the rod, spoil the child. There was no sparing the rod. 42 on the clock timer. Something very significant about when you were the age of 42. I'm 43. I'll be 44 soon, shortly. And these twins, something gonna hit when they turn 42. Okay. But this King of Cups, masculine, divine masculine energy is emerging from the water. So the ocean is very significant, emotionally balanced. Okay, they're very humble, he or she, but they got their sword. I mean, the sword is down, but it's on the ready. And it's like, this is giving me protection vibes, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, because he or she knows that your mother or mother figure or your effeminate father is coming for you. And they're like, oh, no, humbun. Not my divine feminine, male or female. And they're royalty. Very intuitive, emotionally intelligent. They're taking action. They ready to fight and protect for you. Okay? Because your mother, this bitch, sorry, not sorry. They want to come reach out to you because they want your help because they're in despair. Okay? And it's not the fact that they've seen the error of their ways. It's just catching up with them. And they want you, you supposed to be the big healer, the big chosen one, the divine one. Heal me, help me, since you so bad. That type of energy. They could be coming to ask you for money, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, they know you, the Queen of Pentacles, male or female. Very abundant, frugal. You got a lot of things coming in for yourself right now. Okay? But you also on the ready. Okay, this is Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus energy, but you're like levitating. Okay. Yeah, this Queen of Pentacles ain't one to play with. Because he or she is ready to protect everything. Okay? Legacy and inheritance. 10 of Pentacles in the upright. This is coming towards you. And this is making these bitches angry. Knight of Wands energy in the reverse. They want to come attack you. This is your mother and they horde of evil bitches. Hordak. She-Ra could be significant. Shadow Weaver. Oh, God. Yeah, you could have a twin brother. Brought up or raised on opposite ends of the world or in different dimensions or something like this. It's something that you know, High Priestess energy. You're a seer. Very intuitive. Not much gets past you. And you're on assignment. You're like, yeah, your intuition, you're going to make money off your intuition. You're making money off your intuition. And that's not what you're in it for. Okay? But this is what's going to get you. It's a new opportunity coming in. Come on, Holy Spirit. All of this is a focus energy right now. Yeah. And they're stuck. Fool in the reverse. They were fools. They're still petrified from childhood wounds. They won't let their inner child heal, so they are not healing. Stuck and stagnated. They're an idiot. What's blocking them? Although we see what's blocking. What's this blocked energy? Ooh, Wheel of Fortune in the upright. Okay. Good karma. Resources just pouring in. You got the Wheel of Fortune in the upright. Ace of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles. And all in the upright. Queen of Pentacles. Empress. Incarnamancy. High Priestess. Oh my God. Yeah, I see why they're attacking us. Oh wow. But they ain't gonna win. They can't fight. They not prepped for this battle. They weak. They can't defend any actions that they've taken against us. No matter what kind of way they try to spin it. Okay, and somebody want to come in for the attack, but they need a group of individuals, a whole conglomerate, okay? Because they are weak bitches. Queen of Cups in the reverse. So this is like an aunt or something. Somebody that is, or some feminine, karmic feminine energy in your life that is smothering. They don't want to let you go. They all up in your cup, okay? But the cup is upside down. Or this could be an aspect of your mother. Upside down throne. Okay, drinks spilling all over the place. You know. Yeah, somebody being put in the dirt because you know you pour out the liquor for the deceased. Well, you know, that's a project thing. But Knight of Cups, somebody is following their heart towards you. Or this is like a messenger of this King of Cups. He's like, here, bitch. The king, royalty, got a cup for you. And they sending me to scout out, you know, bring you this cup. It may seem unchivalrous, but there's a reason to this action. Because they're taking care of the bigger things behind the scenes, so they're sending in a messenger. Knight of Cups. And this messenger is not just a messenger, they're also a warrior. And they're also bringing a family unit, a message of, you come from a toxic family. And this messenger, this defender, this knight is coming to let them know, hey, bitches ain't shit y'all did or is doing that's disparaging this divine masculine, male or female. It's a wrap. They're healing. Y'all not. Okay, 3 swords in the reverse. Wow. 7 of swords in the upright. Ooh, that's a lot of betrayal, theft, manipulation, deceit. So this Knight of Cups, this messenger, could also be bringing some truth as well. What's the manifested outcome, Holy Spirit? 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody wants to invest in you. They want to help you improve. Yeah, investments. I said that earlier. Something about Lansing, Illinois, LT, AJ. I don't know why your name is coming up. Dallas, Texas, LT Johnson. Oh, wow. Lovers in the reverse. With Gemini energy. So this is a toxic pair that they just be fucking on each other. They don't even like each other. They just be getting out their rocks. Okay, Gemini energy. Okay, it's an abusive sexual. This is like BDSM, bondage, domination, sodomy, masochism. Very toxic. Queen of Swords. You're very balanced, enigmatic, keen, aware, perceptive. You know what the fuck is going on around you? It's like all your senses are. It's just like, it's almost like sensory overload. All this energy that's being tossed towards you, these lies, these manipulations, these repetitive attempts on your life and theft, but you're handling it though. Now it's like you're taking all of that shadow energy, and arming yourself with it. Transmutation. You're an alchemist. You taking all these daggers, all these mental head games, all these projections. Okay. I'm going to show you what I do with all the shit that you tossing at me. Going within, hermit. Looking in your lamp. Keep your lamps trimmed and burning. Keep your lamps trimmed and burning. Keep your lamps trimmed and burning. The time is drawing nigh. The hermit. Yeah, you're being guided by the divine. It looks like that you're steeped in shadow, but you got this staff here of light. You're standing on light. Yeah, you're purposely placed on assignment in the shadow realms. I'm getting 007 energy. Okay, you walk in the shadow. You may appear to walk with the demons, but you're on assignment 007. Yeah, because they committed an injustice against you. You sabotage and cut cords. You energetically sacrifice these people for yourself. And when I say sacrifice, no witchery, nothing like that. It's just like you walked away from the people that you love most that didn't give a damn about you. You had to walk away from the relationships. Yeah, because they betrayed you heavily. 5 of Swords in the upright. Somebody want to come and start some bullshit with you. Very aggressive, very domineering, very... It's like they want to fight. They want to beat your ass. But they can't fight. They ain't got... Their weapon ain't going to work. They too confused. Discombobulated. Queen of Wands. You like, I wish a bitch would. Okay, because now you in this Queen of Wands. You done went from the Queen of Sword energy. Now you're very showing all light here. Divine feminine, male and female. You like, I wish a bitch would. Very witchy. People think you do spell work, but you don't. And if you do, it's Wicca of the elements. Okay? Not, spell work shit like that. You of nature. They hate you, but they attracted to you. They want to churn your butter. They want to be a part of your soul tribe, but see, they can't do that. They can't do that. You already got a soul tribe, 53 on the clock time at 88. And your soul tribe is bathed by the sun. Exposing. Ooh. Baby. Ooh. And they can't do nothing. They like, I done fucked up. Page of Sword in the reverse. In the upright. They're forced to lay down their weapons. This is like a sad clown I'm getting. Yeah, they're being judged. Judgment in the upright. Heavily burdened. Okay. Even the devil done betrayed. Yeah, they tried to dominate you. And they put a lot of work in this. They put a lot of work and effort in the wrong thing. Which is why they're imbalanced. This whole group is in conflict. They can't sleep, restless. They don't know what to do with themselves. Petrified. Yeah, you're the star. The upright. Oh, they were greedy. 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment. 2 of Cups. Yeah, you get married. You went with the natural, supernatural design. You went with the flow. There's somebody, this is like a hitman or crooked cop, crooked judicial system mixed in with a king of wands in the reverse. Unrealistic expectations. Ooh. Somebody was living in a fantasy. Ooh, they thought they was going to get you. You and this wand. Somebody like your meat. Or you like meat. Two of swords stuck between a rock and a hard place. They're losing all their gifts, talents, everything. You're being publicly celebrated. International energy. Yeah, they can't manifest on their own. They need you. This is an energy vampire. They disappointed because they ain't getting nothing. Yeah, you defeated them. 10 of swords. Yeah. They still fighting though. It's a bad idea. Whatever they're doing now, it's a bad idea. Something's being expedited for you, or they're rapidly going into fear mode in the reverse because you freed yourself. Oh, the imbalance. Death in the upright. Transformation, Scorpio. 8 of Cups, walking away from the bullshit. Strength in the upright. You're very strong, very stoic. You're coming into some sort of sexual freedom. You're understanding that you could be a spiritual freak in a balanced energy. Get your freak on! Like they out here. And it's not about what they are doing, even though they're doing a whole lot worse. But it's like y'all don't want us to have no pleasure, mind, body, or soul, no nothing. Okay, we like to bust a nut too. Okay, they spitting a lot of lies and brutality against the Hierophant, a spiritual authority, ordained initiate, high honor, high ranking. Wow. Oh, Emperor. Okay, yeah, your Emperor is emerging. Ooh, they're about to get up off this throne. I'm hearing eat enough. Male or female? Yeah, whoops. Somebody, as I cut the deck, spiritual streets. Yeah. Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. Knocked out, caused a big old mess, but they didn't bother cleaning it up. But no bother, because it was the catalyst for yet another transformation, rebirth. Heavy on the Scorpio vibes. Prophecy. Yeah, your rebirth is here to fulfill a prophecy. Something about a snow globe. Shake it up, shake it up, shake it up, shake it. You're causing a storm, but containing it at the same time. Arctic blizzard. Something about the Arctic. Iceberg. They only deal with the tip. Only deal with the tip of the iceberg. Oh, that tip ain't so impressive. But look up under there. Go deep. Okay, look deep before you leap, bitch. Somebody ain't looking deep. Surface value. Something is not yet revealed though, but our secret revealed in the reverse. I feel like that this is something good though. It's like you don't know who your counterpart is. Oh, storm. Oh, power lines. Okay, there's a secret storm coming. SS could be significant. SSR, RSS, or something like that. A feed, RSS feed. Yeah, that's that hacking energy. Somebody got a feed about you. Okay? Yeah, it's no good. Mischief. Yep. They're trying to cause a storm in your life, but it ain't no good. Mischief. It's going back. Somebody's a clown. They ain't got the key. Gatekeeper, gateway. They have no true ambition. Okay, they can't dream, or they're having nightmares, and you stay on target though. Oh yeah, you on assignment against these clowns who don't have the victory. Victory in the reverse. Like, this is a lot of death. I'm getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, at least 7 people, because this golden chalice is in the reverse. You're pouring out drinks for the homies or not so homies. Others are going into the insane asylum, and others being put in the dirt or going to prison. Because they wouldn't look in the mirror. It's always us. Look at them, look at them, look at them, look at what they're doing. But bitch, what are you doing? This mirror right here. Oh my God. Illusions. Child. Yeah. It's only a matter of time. The clock is ticking. And we're not lonely. Okay? We enjoy our solitude. We could be in our own energy. Okay? Plot twist. Somebody thought they was going to twist this up like a pretzel, a salty pretzel, baby. I say? Follow that card. They're being followed. I said this at the top of the video. Death. It's a wrap. Death is following them. Somebody's knocking on death's door. We don't fear death. We like milk chocolate, not that bitter. Yeah, authority figure. This is so many energies in this one card. You as a psychic intuitive, psychic investigator. This is also the judicial system, the legal system. Archangel Michael, the divine angels, ancestors. Somebody's spirit guides to completely turn their backs on these idiots. All is going according to plan. Oh, and this rainbow here, as I was traveling, and I took a picture of this, I look out the window, the sun is shining brightly, and there's a circle rainbow. Just the most beautiful thing. You're a peacock. Take pride in the work that you do. Not egoic, but be proud. You're flying high. Like I said, an eagle. Okay, you looking at these chickens. Same alien energy, got wings, they could take flight, but they ain't got the lung capacity nor the strength to be lifted a couple of feet up off the ground. They'd rather stay on the ground with their little chicken feet, somebody throwing chicken bones or something like that, getting plucked by one or two roosters. They running through the whole house of chickens, hens. Mastermind. The trap that they set for you is a trap that they've set for themselves. And you know this. You know that they ain't discovered nothing. Unfinished business. You're a friendly creature, but you ain't no pussy. You ain't about the drama. But you will fight and protect yourself. And then you release it. Balloon release. They done fuck with the wrong one. Guardian and protector. You're heavily guarded, heavily protected, but you're also a protector as well. You could be a Leo. Don't have to be. Shout out to my fellow Leos. But baby, king of the jungle. 6 of Wands, yeah. Oh my God. As I cut the deck. Queen of Swords, yeah, somebody was trying to drive you crazy. All up in your mental energy. But yeah, you're about to blow the fuck up. I think you already have it. You just don't know because people you're releasing yourself. And as you're blowing up, these people are about to, just as you're getting this critical acclaim is going to balance out, because just as people know who you are or finding out who you are, worldwide, international, world renowned, the opposite is happening for them. They ain't going to be able to escape this, and they're not going to be able to handle this judgment. They're not going to be able to handle it. Somebody's going, and not just somebody, there's going to be a group of people that's mass suicide. Oh, I'm seeing like a farmhouse or something like this. Oh God, I don't want to tap into that. Final messages, Holy Spirit. Wow. You're balanced throughout this whole thing. Temperance, Earth Angel, Sage, Sagittarius, Wise, Archer. You're hitting your target. High Priestess out again. You're a Sage and, your intuition ain't nothing to play with. Your intuition is bringing justice. BJ, blowjob, somebody like to suck dick? I do. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, BJ. Bobby Joe, Bobby Jane, Barbara Jean. General Hospital could be significant. Two of Pentacles, balancing things out. You could, ain't no environment too tough for you. 5 of Swords. Hey, baby. You armed and ready. Earth Angel wings. Ooh! This is giving me like Archangel from X-Men. A Harbinger. 4 Horsemen. Something like that. Baby, your feathers are now made of steel. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, a whore, a prostitute. Oh yeah, illusions, moon, Cancer in the moon. Somebody trying to hide something. We got wolves baying at the moon. A pack of wolves. Wolf could be your spirit animal. Hermit, yeah, you're exposing. You went within. We got 2 hermits, 2 high priestesses. Yeah, the first hermit, you was looking at the light, communicating with your guides, exposing. Yeah, keep your lamps trimmed and burning. Keep your lamps trimmed and burning. Keep your lamps trimmed and burning. The time is drawing. You don't wear these motherfuckers out. They're exhausted, but they keep trying to go, but they can't go. Procrastinating, still creating bullshit. Yeah. Just that's the second. You're gonna have multiple people investing in you. That's the second 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. 2 of Cups. That's the second 2 of Cups. Stood upright. Wow. Somebody about to grieve and mourn. Ooh. Ooh, look at this. Yeah. Look at this. This is a feminine. Somebody who was once in power having to, mourn their loved ones or their comrade or whatever. I don't feel like it's love though. Page of Swords in the reverse. Oh God. I still want to create some sort of conflict. They just won't give up. Chariot though. Rescue. You're determined. It's something about the Egyptians protecting you and your throne. Page of Pentacles as you plant more seeds. Lovers. Y'all gonna be making love and then fucking something hot and heavy. You're on assignment 4 Pentacles. Someone reserved just for you. Something's being expedited. Page of Cups. Somebody's disappointment is being expedited while you're rapidly growing and expanding. Knight of Swords. Baby, you have no fear of the truth. It's almost like you're inspiring other people to tell the truth or to get in that power. Okay. They might be a little scared, 8 of Cups in the reverse, but they're gonna do it. Or when they get to the front line, they get a little scared, back off, or something like that. But yeah, they got comrades coming in the King of Pentacles. It's like, you being there for your soul tribe. Competition, 5 of Wands in the upright. What's wrong with these people? Seeds rapidly growing. This is why they're so dependent on you, obsessed with you, plagiarizing your work. 2 sons in the upright, 2 high priestesses, 2 sons. Ooh, somebody gonna have 2 sons, twin sons. They're gonna be Leo. Yeah, 2 8 of Swords, 2 7 of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, Magician, you mastered yourself, body and soul. Justice. Manifesting heavily. Yeah, they need your help. They want you to heal them. Wow. You're able to balance yourself in the midst of all of this manipulation and deceit. Yeah, that's something that you still don't know. But you're going to move forward fearlessly. 4 Cups. Severing ties. They didn't complete the cycle. Emperor. 2 Emperors? Damn. Yeah, you put a lot of hard work into this. And it's not in vain, okay? The masculine, that's my time. Click like, share, subscribe, donate to the channel, book your sessions. And until next time, okay? I love y'all. Bye.